Hey now, guys, how you doing? I am back. I am got some. Well, slow this a little bit. Okay, that's good. All right, how are y'all doing? Sorry, I just finished eating. I feel a little full, but I'm here. I'm here. And I gotta say that I am happy that. Okay, well, what am I doing? Well, gonna go ahead and play some Final Fight 3. Um, from this, it looks like Capcom learned from their mistakes. Oh, I'm at 4 characters. Of course, a stupid guy. Really? Let me get out of the way, alright? Well, there's still a sprite limitation. Jeez. A destructible environment, that's pretty good. I'll be honest, his look looks a little bit more alpha-ish. Really? Just had to stop that, Jesus. Ah, you know, I bought this game at a retro, I bought this game at a retro gaming convention, and strange enough, the cartridge was badly damaged, but I was looking for it. I wouldn't mind. I didn't mind paying the asking price, which was like $100. I didn't mind paying that, but I was trying to negotiate or haggle the price down, right? I was trying to haggle the price down because the cartridge sticker was kind of damaged. It looked like it belonged like at a Blockbuster or something, and it looked like they removed some of the tape and it damaged the sticker. And I was trying to negotiate down, seeing if I could pay like $10. $10 less. The guy did it was very firm. He says, "You're not gonna find another one." He was right. I wasn't able to find another one. So I came back to the guy and just bought it. Oh God. You know, and he was very firm. So I bought it. I bought it. I paid the $100. You know, and I'm like, well, it is what it is. I wonder how I do the supers here. I'm debating what. You know what, guys? Let me check my phone for a sec. I gotta learn how to do a super in this game. So it's like a backwards Hadoken. Backwards fireball. All right, all right. No, I wonder why this was never part of a Final Fight collection. The first Final Fight was definitely part of various Capcom Classics collection, and so was Super Ghouls and Ghost, right? Oh, really? Oh, I can't even jump? Alright, alright, alright. I was trying to do that on another guy. Really? Oh. You know, the first time I saw this game was in an issue of Game Fan magazine, Die Hard Game Fan. And it was like one of those games that kind of intrigued me because at the time I was way into Streets of Rage, right? And well, I didn't have a Super Nintendo at the time. You know, I was all about that Sega Genesis. I totally loved my Sega Genesis. That's badass, I gotta tell you. Is that a boss? Yeah. And to me, I always wondered what I was missing out on the Super Nintendo. It, you know, and it was during this time that Nintendo started to take a more of a edgy approach. You know, that whole Play It Loud promotional campaign. And I saw this game as kind of like a change, really. Oh, was the boss? Okay, that's kind of a change, right? I saw Final Fight 3 as like like maybe this is something, maybe Super Nintendo's about to be cool, which is kind of true because they managed to pull, they did like a reversal on their policies, and they allowed for pretty they allow for a little bit more adult you know, really, Jesus. I should start playing an RPG. Well, and true that, true to that, like I saw Killer Instinct was one of my favorite arcade games, and when I saw it on the Super Nintendo, I was like, oh, the Super Nintendo is gonna be cool now, right? It wasn't gonna be like for little kids anymore. Super Nintendo is gonna be where the big boys play. It's gonna have some games that will definitely be for the adult, like I wouldn't say adult, but for the hardcore audience, right? They reversed their violence things a little bit. I hate these fat guys. And I saw Doom on here. I saw as poor as it came out. I saw Doom out here. I saw this game. Mortal Kombat had fatalities again. And and then they brought out Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. And I'm thinking, what? Super Nintendo doesn't seem lame anymore. It seems kind of cool now. And a little bit of me wanted a Super Nintendo, but by this point, the Saturn was on its way, and I was like, I'd rather just like get a Sega Saturn. But when this game came out, it was like the era of Super Nintendo being cool. Now, I didn't know how much I was missing out until later when I finally got me a Super Nintendo. But this is one of the games that definitely made me change my opinion on the system. Because before then, it was all like little kid stuff. And where's the can't let the big dude hit me. Where the good games at, right? Like to me, I always thought Aladdin on the Super Nintendo, I streamed it a couple of months ago, but I always thought Aladdin on the Super Nintendo was lame because what's his name didn't have a sword. Aladdin didn't have a sword. His name's in the title. I can't even remember his name. Wow, this is a really long bus. Oh, jeez. And I remember when back in the early 2000s when I finally got a Super Nintendo, no joke, like all my friends at work were recommending all these games. I remember I talked to one of my coworkers, right? And I asked him, like, look, I just bought a Super Nintendo for a few bucks. Is there any games you could recommend that like aren't gay? It's like, well, what do you mean? Gay? Look, I'm a Genesis guy. I like pretty hardcore games, and I know Super Nintendo has a couple of them. Just what's good and kind of badass. He recommended this game. And then he also recommended ActRaiser, and my brother's friend, he recommended Ninja Warriors. Now I remember watching Ninja Warriors again, Ninja Warriors. I remember watching him play that game, and when he brought over his Super Nintendo one time, and I love ninjas. I just love them, right? I totally love ninjas. To me, they're badass. And and it is one of the deciding factors of why I wanted to get a Super Nintendo. But yeah, that's what it is. And he said, try to get the Japanese one, because the Japanese one, I can't even tell the difference. But he said in the Japanese version of Ninja Warriors, the robot chick's boobs bounce. It's like, they do? Like, you know, how could he tell, right? And yeah, he said, yeah, they just bounce when she runs or and whatnot. I was like, all right, you know what? All right. I went on eBay. I bought it for like $20, the Japanese version of Ninja Warriors. And you know, as she's walking, I noticed like something, but you know, I was like, all right, well, it's not that impressive. Like, I'm having her jump around and nothing really happens. So, all right, fine. Um, there's there's green blood. I was like, really? You know, the American version of the game has like impact, you know, graphics whenever you slash someone. It's like, no. Well, I guess green blood is better than no blood, you know. You know, I should probably see. Yep. Oh, is that you, Jose? Hey, what's up? Yep. I'm always playing old school games. And getting my ass kicked all the time. Yep, got me a Super Nintendo. Oh man. I just gotta be really fast for this one. You uploaded some Sonic games? Oh. You know. Oh, me? I guess I could. I'll be honest, man. I hate this guy. Oh man. I would upload Sonic, it just I don't have my Genesis connected right now. It's just me and it's just me and the Super Nintendo right now. Oh, really too close. Yeah, the thing with, all right, here, let me tell you something about Sonic. I love Sonic since he came out. I believe he's badass, cool. The games are fun, most of them at least. And I like the cartoons and some of the comics and all that. The thing is, though, is I was totally unaware of how crazy some Sonic fans are. No joke. You know, like I like Sonic the Hedgehog, but there's some dudes out there that have like these weird ass fantasies about Sonic. Like, Jesus Christ. And the thing is that I don't. Ooh, a midget. I don't want to attract their attention. If I say or do something that they don't like, I just don't want to hear it. You know. You know. Damn. Oh damn, oh damn. Ugh. Okay, okay, come on. Haha, I got him. Man, I remember, it was in the mid 2000s, right? It was the mid 2000s. I'm still a Sonic fan after the Dreamcast and all this stuff, right? And I had a coworker at me that would just look at me weird, like he was just hating on Sonic. Like I get it I get it if you're like a Nintendo guy and just don't like Sonic, but we're a little old. We're kind of past the 16-bit era. And the thing is, he lived online, right? No joke. He would be online, look at a lot of forums and stuff. And generally, in the world of the internet, what do these guys do? In the world of the internet, Sonic fans are seen as degenerates, perverts, or whatever. It's not a good look. Sonic fans do not have a good look in the internet. You know, right? And I'm thinking like, what's that face could break? All right. Anyway, Sonic fans do not have a good reputation on the internet. There's a lot of cringy stuff out there, and I was totally unaware of this, right? I was totally unaware. I thought, you know, I'll just play the games, buy the collections, and that's it. That's what I generally did. I wasn't trying to parade it around or think one game's better than the other. It's like, no, it's just a game, right? But I was totally unaware of how cringy some Sonic fans could be. And really? Sandwich? Damn. So I guess when you found out oh jeez. Really? Man, and you know, and I was totally unaware about this until like maybe the mid 2000s, when the whole like I don't like I started getting more into YouTube, and then I started hearing about these people who are like really degenerate and crazy, and that they're Sonic fans, and I'm like, oh my god, is that why that guy was giving me a hard time? Is because of this? Man, I have 3 different Genesises right now. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of people, they get rid of their stuff early, man. I wish I still had my original Genesis that my brother gave me. My mom forced me to give it to my cousins after I got my PlayStation. I know. I'll next time I see my cousin, I'll ask if I can have it back. Has a lot of sentimental value. Jesus. You always have to be on offensive on this. You have the original Jesse. Ah, two Hugos. You know, I do have to give it a Capcom though. They did make a bigger sprite than what was on Streets of Rage 2 or 3. Yeah, you know, when I rebought a Genesis, I was looking, uh, like I bought a new Genesis probably around the same time as the Dreamcast. No. It was actually a little bit later, like in the year like in '98. I bought it for $20 at Kmart. And my mom got mad at me. My mom didn't want me to have any video games. If her idea of parenting is no video games. But the thing about me is that if you try to keep me away from something, the more I'm gonna want it. And I had a little money, and I remember going to Kmart, right? Earlier in the day. I remember it was a cloudy day. Uh, I went I went to Kmart with my mom because she was gonna get something. I forgot what. And I saw the Genesis Model 3 for $20. I don't know if it was on clearance or something, but it was, to me, that was very cheap. And I was like, you know what? I still have a couple of Genesis games. I should buy it. So I was trying to buy it, but my mom wouldn't let me. Right? I was like, damn, how am I gonna get a, what the hell? Oh. Well, I gotta. No, now they're really expensive. Yeah. So my mom here, I'll explain. My mom didn't want me to get the Genesis 3. She, she said no, and I was like, well, I have all these Genesis games. How am I gonna play them? And then my mom she had work at the evening during that time. So I waited for my dad to come back, and I asked my dad because my dad was more open to it. I asked my dad, "Hey, Dad, can you take me to Kmart?" He said, "Well, we're gonna get a Kmart. I'm too tired." He said, "I was tired. What are we gonna?" What, he came back from work. We're gonna get a Kmart. I was gonna get a Genesis, like a $20 game. You're gonna get that? Yeah, it's just $20, and my mom made me give away my Genesis to my cousins. He was like, "All right." He wasn't very enthused because he was tired, but he actually went ahead and took me to Kmart, and I saw it there. It's the Genesis 3, and then I bought it. I asked the guy, "Can I buy that?" And $20. I got a new control, a new Genesis, very small, and there you go. That was it. I had I have a Genesis 3, and I started playing Sonic and Knuckles right off the bat. Yeah, during that time, they were really trying to push to sell Genesis units for really cheap. Because what Sig wanted to do is to show that they could outsell Nintendo, and they pulled it off for like 3 years. Oh, jeez. Oh, really? Oh man. You know, uh, I've come to find out that as time went on, they kept on using worse parts for the Genesis. Like, um, I started doing like repairs and maintenance on my consoles. And to save money, Sega would just like make like cheaper versions of the Genesis. Like the components and the capacitors wouldn't be as good. And I right there with the elbow. And I'll be honest, it's a little disappointing that they went that way, but they were saving money. I noticed when I got the Genesis 3 and connected it to the TV that the image wasn't as good as I remembered it. We're talking about the original Genesis 1 with the best video output to the Genesis 3 that's been gimped somewhat. And like I was like, I guess it's okay because it wasn't that bad because it was CRT. But when I got a LCD, I could definitely tell a difference. That I could tell the difference big time. I could tell the difference big time that they did something wrong. Well, you gotta know what you're looking for. I go to like a lot of retro places where the people know what they're selling. I usually jeez. But I always try to buy original Genesis units if possible. Oh man. Oh hell. But the thing is though, at the time when the tube televisions were around, you know, you cannot notice the difference all that bad. It's you know, a lot of it was still hidden by the interlaced display. But as time went on, TV started getting better. All the little imperfections started to show up, and it just like ruin any, it just messes with the picture badly. Now, lucky for me, I started to learn how to like do maintenance and do modding work, and I installed a triple bypass board on my Genesis 3. And basically what it does is it gives it a much sharper, cleaner image to the same quality that was on the original Genesis, you know? Damn. You know, and I'm planning to do the same on a Genesis 2 Model 2, cause because that one could play the original Sega Master System games. What's up here? Haha. Uh if you to tell her if it's original, I don't think I could show you here. The fake ones didn't really show up till the mid 2000s, and that was because a Chinese company was just trying to sell cheap hardware. And I don't think, I'm pretty sure your Genesis is legit. Nothing to worry about. Hold on. Now there were some really horrible Genesis from at games. Oh man, I bought one of those too. It was something called Fire Core Genesis. It was made by a separate company, and they did a horrible job. Yay. Never eat chicken out of a barrel. Yeah, Jose, I've been meaning to ask you, man, where are you half the time? Me and my wife go to San Fernando all the time, and like whenever we try to call you and say where you are, you just never respond to my texts or answer my calls, and I'm like, does this guy even want to meet up one day? Like, I'm guessing you might be working sometimes, but I'm always wondering if you just don't want to meet up anymore or something. Like, we literally go to San Fernando maybe twice a week to like have dinner or to go to this video game store. You got a video game store like right across the street from you, man, and and I don't know, man. I try to like I don't want. I'm just gonna go to that place where I think you live at, and just start knocking on doors to see if you're in there. Cause it's already been like, oh God, man, how 2 years since we last saw each other? Oh, punk. You wanna... I wonder if... Damn. Yeah, man. Oh, come on. All right, all right. There we go, there we go. Yeah, there's a place in North Hollywood that has arcades that we could probably go to. But man, Fede told me that you thought I was a spam caller or something one time. And that's why you didn't come to my wedding? Man, I really wanted you there too, man. It was, but dude, one of these days, yeah. I remember, I was trying to invite you to my wedding, and so I could send you the invites, and I don't know, like I tried to contact you on your cell phone, but you never picked up, and I remember sending you a text, but you weren't even responding to my texts, I think. So I saw you on Facebook, and I tried to send you on Facebook or Instagram. I forgot one of those two. And then I don't know, like he told me on it to the effect that you might think I'm a spam caller or someone that's doing a like a what was it called? Are you kidding me? Oh wow, this guy wouldn't let me go. Get over there. Christopher B, how you doing? Thank you for joining me in this wonderful play session of Final Fight 3 on the Super Nintendo. Anyway, Jose. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't blame you. You probably had work or something. Ow, ow, ow. But trust me, man, if I'm near Jose, if I'm near your place again, I'm not gonna hesitate, man. I'm just gonna knock on your door and see if you're in there. I'll say hi to your mom or something. You know, oh Jesus. You know, oh God, who is this guy? Jesus. I sometimes get off early in the weekend. Oh, punk. Oh, he has a punch like that. You know, there's always someone here. Come on, come on. Jeez. Oh, these guys should not be this hard to fight. Oh. You know, I could tell that Capcom learned their lesson and definitely upped their game. It's just terrible that that this game is like, really? Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Ah, jeez. Oh, of course I'm gonna keep on picking him. And you know, damn. Back to this game. I would do anything. You know, I never understood why Capcom wouldn't include this in any collections. There's a lot of games on the Super Nintendo that are really good that Capcom made, but they never included in anything. Oh, snap. Oh, now, let me tell you about the improvements they made with this over the Final Fight 2. I could tell you right off the bat that this feels a lot more like Final Fight 1. The gameplay's faster. There's a lot more variety in combos. And especially with supers galore, it just comes out great. Now, what holds it back would be the Super Nintendo itself. There's not a lot of enemy variety. Well, you know, there actually is more enemy variety than part 2. Oh, great, I should have eaten that. jeez. Wait a minute. Were you? I don't think you were working that day. That was on a Saturday. Alright. Ah, jeez. Come on. Okay. Oh. All right, this. Okay, come on. Ah. Really? That didn't take... Should've took something. Jeez. Alright. Come. Shoot. Ah, jeez. Oh boy. Yeah, this boss fight is very unbalanced, I can tell you that. Look at that. It's just like a homing punch. There we go. Hold on. Oh. Finally, Jesus. I forgot how annoying this guy is. Break computer ready. What? Damn. Yeah, go ahead, Jose. I'll be waiting for your call, man. Man. You know, the one thing I gotta give props to Nintendo for is that they supported this thing even after the Nintendo 64. They were like, as long as people still have this, we'll continue supporting it. And they did. You know, Donkey Kong Country 2, 3. I guess Earthbound a little bit. I did not. I did not see that same support for the Genesis. I'm no joke. I was like really like. Jesus. All right. No, I'm probably gonna have to have my wife play with me. I really gotta see if this game slows down much. I wonder if these girls were censored for. You know, I gotta check to see if there's any censorship. Oh. Jeez. There's no way getting away from that. Alright, is this the final stage? I think it is. Really? Oh man. Oh my God. Man, you know, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Now the music is pretty good actually. It has a theme of desperation and struggle like that. Like you're here now, you made it this far. Yes, it's tough, but you're getting there. So just keep at it, you know? Yeah. You know, it seems that every beat 'em up needs a fat guy, and they all have the same attacks, running at you with either a flame mouth or 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 breathing fire at you, or running at your shoulder, or they have electrical tongs and they chase you around with it. It's always the same kind of attacks with every fat person in a fighting game. Now, why is that? Every fat person I know cannot run no more faster than 10 miles an hour. I'm sorry. These fat dudes shouldn't be able to run that fast. I'll be honest, I don't like how they made Hugo look like that. Oh, excuse me, Andorre. Really? This just won't let me. Oh my god, I can't even get close to him now? Sorry guys, that was my cell phone. Someone sent me a message. Oh my god. Is that you? Really, in the middle of attack, he's able to grab me. Oh my god. I should have just spammed that to begin with. It reminds me like of one of the villains from Fist of the North Star. Okay, I'm almost done with this guy. Come on, come on, come on. Damn. They purposely put that there. Oh, there's 1,000 volts. Substations don't just blow up like that, do they? Thanks, God. What happened to coding all this? That's what I would like to know. Okay, that's not a bad... This is not a bad beat 'em up. But it's hard to argue that it's better than any Streets of Rage released on the Genesis. Oh my God, I'm just gonna silence everything here. Jesus. And the reason I say that is because Capcom wasn't using their best team in this. I don't think they were using their best team. They could have been using their best team, but I think at this time they were busy making alpha at this point. Let me. What's the year on this thing? Okay, it's stuck on this. Stuck on there. I should probably. All right, let's reset this really quick. Reach over. Remember back in the good old days, I have to reach over. Yeah, what's the year? Oh, it's not saying. Here, we'll wait. I'll wait for the thing to show up. Maybe it won't. Here, hold on. I could just Google it, but there you go. Beautiful, beautiful, isn't it, guys? Let's see. When was this released? I want to say it was released in '95, if if I'm not mistaken. Girlfriend. Oh yeah, that's right. Mai is released tomorrow. The music is definitely better than part two. And it looks like they still stuck with that pastel-y look, that a slight pastel look that the original Final Fight had. He grew out a ponytail. Aw, there's no ear on this. Okay. Okay. Let me find out. Hold on. I'll look. I guess I have to go to YouTube. Uh, not YouTube. There we go. It was released 1995. Wow, 1995 in Japan, 1996 in North America. 1 month apart. Uh, Producers Tokuro Fujiwara, composer Katsunari Kitajima. I gotta tell you guys, I'm impressed. but, honestly though, I gotta give props to Nintendo and Capcom for still supporting the the Super Nintendo. Um, Here, let me for still supporting the Super Nintendo that late in the game, even though there was already a PlayStation, even though there was already a Sega Saturn. It was out there, but for the sake of um of today's stream, in a couple of hours we will be receiving my as part of Street Fighter 6 DLC. It was something No one at the time. How in the hell does this thing still sound? Oh my god. There we go. Okay. But yeah, we'll be playing Mai. Where is she at? Who do we fight? Okay, we'll fight Duck King because he seems to be harder and later. I bought this game for $5. Haha. Haha. They kept the booby bounce. Because why not? Why not? I recently did a video on Fatal Fury 3, and as I said in the video, that game is much harder to play than this one. I don't know what she's saying, but damn. You know, when SNK was making this game, I always wonder, do they know that Mount Rushmore is not located in where was it? Utah, right? Oh, 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 oh God, no. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Yeah, got him. You go, Mai. Really? Damn. I don't know what you're saying. The cartridge was only like $5. How can I say no to a $5 Fatal Fury special? Okay, here we go. Here we go. I used to have Fatal Fury 2 on the Genesis. The boy Nichi. I'm glad. I'm glad the makers say that, and like I forgot what game was it. I think it was Maximum Impact, where they made her say Japan number one, like Japan number one, and it just didn't seem. It didn't sound right. It's like I know it. I know in Japanese it's supposed to be Japan number one, right? But it doesn't have that same. It doesn't have that same impact, that same charm as if she were to just say it in Japanese. So when so I was a little afraid because I started in the Street Fighter 6 trailer. She did start to speak in English, and I was really hoping that they wouldn't make her say Japan number one. Nipponichi. It's a little bit better, you know. Now this is something I noticed. How the oh, really? Like, oh, I was looking how the Neo Geo makes its graphics, and they seem to have a like a daisy chain vertical kind of situation going on. And most gaming, and apparently most systems back then didn't do graphics that way. Right? Like, like from what I understand, whenever someone drew graphics on the Super Nintendo Genesis, they kind of pasted tiles together and then animated them as they went along. But the Neo Geo did things differently, where they daisy chained a set of tiles from top to bottom, and daisy chained them next to to another set of tiles like that. That was good. Oh, that was cool. And and to I could tell like Takara actually took the effort to redraw the sprites in a way the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis could pull them off. I don't think. I think SNK should have let Takara do Fatal Fury 3 on the Saturn. Namely, because I think on the Saturn they try to do the same daisy chain. Oh, that doesn't link. They try to do that same daisy chain effect on the Saturn, and I don't think it quite worked right. It proved that the Saturn could do that kind of technique. However, a proper graphics engine probably had to be written in order to pull something like that off. You know, what SNK tried to do is I think they just tried to copy what they had on the Neo Geo and kind of forced it to work on the Saturn, and it just didn't come out right. But they later would fine tune their technique on future Fatal Fury games. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I actually have this on Neo Geo. I bought it for $45. And I was like, yay! Damn. I gotta see if Mai's boobs bounce in the American version. Oh, that takes a lot of power. That was a close one. The point. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. See, they added a little bit of Super Nintendo effects in this. I'm surprised they don't have the rotating world though. That was a close one. Haha. You know, when I got the Sega Genesis version of Fatal Fury 2 right around the same time. That would hurt. Right around the same time that special showed up in arcades. And I was always jealous at the fact that that I couldn't play as Geese or Duck King. And I saw this on the Super Nintendo and I got mad. And then I saw this on the Sega CD and I got even madder. And I was like, I really would like to, you know, I wasn't missing out on too much because from what I understand, oh, they took out the bikes. I oh, 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 really? Kim Jong Un and what was the name? Kim Jae Hoon and Kim Dong Hwan in the background right there. That's that's his sons. Yeah, I was always jealous I couldn't play special, and I was stuck with two that was missing characters and stuff. I wonder if Korea has a glass pyramid like that. I gotta look it up. Uh, so, so I don't know. Years and years later, I got myself a Neo Geo, and this was the first game I bought. Fatal Fury Special. I bought it for like $50, and I started playing. I was like happy as a clam. Like I finally get to play this game. And I played, I played, I played, I played. I could never get anywhere because the computer is hard as hell, man. It was a machine designed to take away your quarters. I'll be honest, I like. Oh, you go, girl. Look at that. Kick- cross up. Yes, that's right. I could do a super too. I think Fatal Fury 2 was the first game that had supers in fighting games. This was, I think, a couple of months before Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. No, an entire year before Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. They made it difficult to pull off because they don't want people to continually spam them. Uh, you know what I know? I think the Genesis Fail Fury 2 has like lines scrolling on the water. One, two. Damn. Huh. His DP was, I'll be honest, his DP was I'm not sure if the changes, but his DP used to have the fireball motion forward, and his fireball motion forward was backwards, and then I think they switched it. Like his DP becomes the same thing as an actual DP motion, forward down down forward. Oh. Beautiful, isn't it? I could tell you right now that the AI behavior is way. Uh, the AI behavior is way different than what was on the Neo Geo. Oh, I honestly didn't think that was gonna get me. I really didn't. I'm almost done. I think her outfit was purple. Really? Damn. Yeah. Ah. Billy Kane. Or how the computer says it. Billy Khan. Oh god, I hope he has that costume in him. Oh! Really? Damn. Well, it also doesn't help that I'm using a control pad and not an actual arcade stick. I should have brought my adapter over. What was I thinking? I will chisel your gravestone. Sleep well. Really? His reach is too long, and like it's hard to get in. It's hard to perform a proper attack, like a proper offense. See? The irony is that the Neo Geo is a lot close, is built a lot closer like the Genesis than the Super Nintendo. How the hell am I supposed to beat that? See? See? I try to jump out of the way. See, I can't get in edgewise. Oh my god. You think I figured out a pattern and then no. I forgot how much of an asshole he is in this game. Ooh. Oh my god. With Joe, I keep on spamming the his lightning punches, and sometimes I get. Oh my god, really? Oh my. A perfect. Oh my, that is so unfair. Jeez. What do I have to do to beat this guy? My one viewer, do you have any that hurts. Oh, hell no. That was pure luck, by the way. Okay. See, I can't jump at him. I can't throw projectiles. Alright, I think I found an exploit. Oh, hell no. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Oh my god. That is so unfair. So unfair. Billy's not supposed to be having SNK boss syndrome. Ah. Look at that. Oh, wow. Really? That didn't kill him? Oh. You know, I've always had a problem with Billy Kane. I don't know why. I can never, even on the Sega Genesis when I've always had problems with them. The stupid stick is. He belongs to Samurai Showdown, not Fatal Fury. Whew. Okay. Now I need to do that again somehow. Oh, Jesus. Ah, that was way more. That was much harder than it should have been. Axel Hawk. I'm gonna bust you up. I wonder if it was based off Butterbean. I wonder. In part 2, his attacks looked like his attacks were more like his. He didn't have a tornado upper. He threw like a sonic boom. Alright, I can already tell this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I wonder if they have the purple costume. Well, at least I should look better in a purple costume from part 2. Ah. Really? I swear, this guy's based off Butterbean. I feel it. I feel Butterbean powers coming off this dude. Just had to spam the kick button on that one. Lawrence Blood. I always like the boss stages in this because you could always just like smack him to the back and get hit by bulls. Yeah. And I was trying to kick him into the bulls. I should be more careful because he has a knife super. You know, like I gotta turn off the light. Is it gonna do it? Oh, it didn't do it. Beautiful. Simply beautiful. Oh. Oh. Really? Ooh, close one. Okay, this ain't a bad rendition of it's not a bad rendition of Geese's theme. It's a pretty good one. With that being said, nothing could beat uh, the the original arcade one. I don't know. It's just Geese's, you know, Geese's theme is so iconic. For a soundchip that could replicate instruments, it does a pretty bad job, I'll be honest. Oh, why did I jump? I think mine's shorter in this than... You're good, you fought well. At least he says that on Genesis. He doesn't say anything. There we go. Really? Monolith worked on this? This is rare. What they're doing right now. A lot of companies back then, they were trying to hide their talent. And to show off their people like that, it could be kind of dangerous, you know. Takara. Yay. These are little funny quirks. Like okay. All right. Okay, cool. Not bad, not bad. I probably could do better, but I don't have my adapter right now that lets me connect my arcade stick to this. Um, but I will bring it next time, and maybe I'll could show you a better performance than what I did right now. I guess I'll share a little story before I go. You remember when I told you my mom didn't really like me playing video games? Uh, well, when I got a PlayStation, one of the games that was like that I got uh, like the following year in '99 was a Street Fighter Alpha 3, and I thought it was a pretty badass port. If I'm to be honest, I legitimately thought that this was a good Street Fighter, and it is a good version of Street Fighter 3. And I played it a lot with my PlayStation control. Every every Saturday night or Sunday, no, every Friday night, or every Sunday morning. Saturday, I'm just confused. Every Saturday morning, I'll get up early so I could play some Street Fighter Alpha 3, right? On my PlayStation. My mom didn't like that, so she would continually hide my my PlayStation controls like on Friday night, so when I wake up in the morning I couldn't find my PlayStation controls. She would do that all the time. And Alpha 3 was a fairly new arcade game. It really was. I really wanted to play it. I recently got it. There's combos to discover, you know, a world tour to complete, all this stuff. So what I did was I was a couple of months earlier, my brother got me an arcade stick, a Namco arcade stick with yellow buttons and all this stuff, and I greatly appreciated it. But I honestly didn't know what to do. Our arcade sticks to me were a little foreign to me because I didn't play the arcades all that often. You know, I would try to play Street Fighter on arcades and it just wouldn't work. You know, like I would have a tough time with things. Well, what happened was that one one time, this one particular time, when my mom hid my controls and I couldn't find them, and I was like, I really want to play Alpha, right? And then I just remembered that my brother gave me this arcade stick, right? I was like, well, it it's technically a PlayStation control, and I would, you know, I will have to like learn how to use it. So I got it out from underneath my bed. Those, you know, I didn't take it out of the box yet. I should have kept the box, but I didn't take it out of the box yet. So I took it out of the box. The box was kind of dusty, but I got the arcade stick. I was like, you know what, this thing could work, right? So I got it out, connected it to my PlayStation, turned on my PlayStation. The Alpha 3 disc was in there, and I started playing, and I was sucking so bad because I'm not used to this thing. But I was like, I have to learn. I have to learn how to do a Hadouken. So I went to the arcade mode and started play. Well, first I went to the training mode and kind of gradually learned how to do fireballs, DPs, Tatsumakis with Ryu and Ken. I was like, okay, I could kind of get it a little bit. I kind of get it. Let me take this to the arcade mode and see how far I could get. And then it was a little rough at first, but I started to learn how to play on an arcade stick. And sure enough, I eventually I eventually got competent enough to be to use an arcade stick. Anyway, my mom wakes up and she's really mad as hell that I woke up. And this arcade stick was not silent. This thing was loud as hell. Hold on. Okay. Instead of listening to this, instead of listening to that, she was listening to something like this. And she got out of her bedroom and she was mad as hell. And my mom was like, "Who gave you that? What is it?" Oh, it's a it's a controller my brother, my my brother gave me. And she just walked back. She was so mad, and I was like, "Oh, what was I supposed to do? I wanted to play Street Fighter, and that's how I went. That's how I learned how to play an arcade stick. It's thanks to my mom taking away my controls from me. Anyway, guys, peace out. Thank you, all a few of you for joining me. Um, I'll try to stream again some other time, but this time I'm gonna well, ah. But this time I'm going to stream some translated JRPGs on the Super Nintendo. So yeah, watch out for that. Take care. Have a good one. Peace out. Lates.